So today, good morning everyone. Today I would like to talk about row level security. So, basically, what is the purpose of row level security? So I can explain. So basically, we are applying the security on the data or on the data level. So for that, row level security is required. So row level security with Power BI can be used to restrict data access for given users. So filter restrict data access at the row level, and you can define filters within the rows. Be aware that in the Power BI service, member of workspaces have access to dataset in the workspaces. So RLS does not restrict the this data access. That means, so whatever the access we have yesterday, we have discussed about the roles, right? So what are the roles we have? What are the roles we have? So in the workspace level, we have four kind of access are there. One is admin, member, contributor, and viewer. So if you see here, workspace access. So here, if you see here, admin, add people, the group. So here, how many access are there? Admin, member, contributor, viewer. If the workspace level you have access for this one, you do not we cannot does not work RLS. So RLS does not restrict this data access. Workspace level మనకు యాక్సెస్ ఉంటే ఆర్ఎల్ఎస్ వచ్చేసి వర్కౌట్ కాదు. ఎవరికైతే వర్క్ స్పేస్ లెవెల్లో యాక్సెస్ లేకుండా ఉంటుందో వాళ్ళకి మనము ఆర్ఎల్ఎస్ ఎనేబుల్ చేయొచ్చు. సో I will explain how to configure row level security for everything. So first of all, as per the sample purpose, we will create a relations. So already relations are created. Let's give the country. So I need country. So where we can get the country name here. Okay. Australia. Okay. So sales order details. So we can give total sales line total. Yeah, this is the line total. So here, okay. So look, make it some look and feel. So go to column headers. So give the background color, this one, and change the font size. Partana 11, 15. To make it center and keep it bold, and white color. Keep it bold. Okay. And go to the values. So values you can change font size as Vardhana. So 12, 13, yeah, 14. So row level security, generally this configuration, everything we can do, we can able to do in the Power BI desktop level. In the Power BI desktop level only, we can configure. How to configure in the Power BI security level? First of all, row level security. So the major purpose of row level security is we want to restrict the data at the based on the user logins, or based on the role based on the uh, row level, based on the security. So how to create configuration, I can explain now. So first of all, go to the modeling. So go to the modeling. We have to create a role first. So here requirement is I want to see only when the Australia manager login. So here only he can able to see the Australia sales only. He cannot able to see for the Canada sales or France or Germany. Any other countries he cannot see the details. So that's how the conditions. That's how we want to create some kind of roles. So who is the manager for Australia, or any person? they want to see only for that country, like then you can able to see the sales only for Australia data. So first of all, to configure this one, so first create a role. So how to create a role? Whenever we click manager roles, so here this tab is enabled. Like, so here roles and select tables and filter data. So whenever I click uh, new, so this is we have to mention as Australia sales, Australia role, or you can mention as Australia role. So then, so first of all, to identify how to filter it is here. So we want to filter out where the country name is there. We want to filter out filter data new here. Whenever here in the select table we have to choose, we want to filter the country name as Australia. So you can here choose the column. So first of all, select the table, so that a country name is there in the sales territory country table. So just give the name column and equals to, you can write as value. Okay, so you have to write exact value. So Australia. Okay, and click you want to one more role. Yeah, save it. So now Australia role is created. So you want to create only for Canada. So again you have to click filter data. So we want to choose name as country name and equals to Canada, and save it. And also, if you are familiar with this one, you can switch to DAX editor, name equal to Canada. Like that also you can write it instead of that. Switch to default editor. So I will create one more role, France. So this time I will go with, so the name, first of all, I want to write France. So I want to write a column. First of all, what is the column name here? So name equal to, you have to write W equal to here. No, don't tie. So France. Okay. France role is created. If you are familiar here also, you can check it here. So name Canada, like that you can write it. Anything is fine. This is a way creating roles. Okay. So role level security again divided into two types of role level security: static role level security and dynamic role level security. So for example, what is mean by static role level security is nothing but we want to create a role statically. Like so for example, yeah, let's go for now. Let's see. So now here manage role is, three roles are created: Australia role, Canada role, France role. Okay. Now we want to see, I want to log in as a Australia role. We want to see only Australia data. So let me check how to check here. Like go to view as Australia role. So click OK. See here. So here now only we can able to see Australia data. So very simple step. So again, so first of all, we have to create the roles. So Australia role, Canada, France. So now, so the second step is we have to choose the table and choose the right column. So where exactly that country name is there. So this is done. Then how to view as a role. So here three parts: create a role, manage a role. In the manager role only, we can create that role. So we as a role. So go to Canada sales now. I'm going to log in as a Canada. See now we can able to see only Canada sales. Okay, let's deploy this report. How to check in the Power BI service level. So let us zoom. So I'm going to deploy this report into Power BI service. Or else sorry. Stopping the record for some times. So it is recording, right? So my screen will be record. So let's log in as a my company account. Let's sign out and sign in. Okay, now see that account is this one. Okay, so now I'm going to publish this report into Global EduTech Workspace. So this report about to deploy. So click here, open that report. So here filter the report name RLS. So here how to enable RLS is, so go to the semantic model only. So this RLS, go to security. So for the security, so if the row level security is not enabled, so by default, see if you check any other report, so assignment one, so security is nothing. So RLS has moved to Power BI desktop. So we did not apply it. So any for the any report, if you do not apply RLS, then it will see this kind of message. So if you apply the row level security, so it will ask now, see here, go to security. So here, so for this Australia role, so within the organization, so first of all, we want to identify who are the users for this Australia role. So for that, we can add their email ID. For example, so as of now, this is my workspace. So I'm only for that person is there. So just how to add. So like that, you can type a number of users, just add it and save it. So finally, so one user is added here, Australia role. So simply like that for Canada. So first of all, we want to identify who are the users for the Canada role. So based on that, we can add here. So let's how to test here. Like there is a three dots here. Go to here, test as a role. Now see Australia role by default it is filtering. See. Australia role here. So select person, you can choose it. So if you choose as a Canada role, apply. See now, both data we can see here. So if you apply France role as well as, so we can see three roles. This is called as row level security. Like I can say static row level security. So for example, if like that we have so many roles are there, we could not able to create those many roles, right? So let us assume as of now three countries only, fine, we can create it. So let us assume if we have like so many roles are there, like more than 1,000, so we want to create it is very difficult. So we want to do achieve that as a dynamic. So we can discuss about dynamic row level security as well as see the detail in the here. So what is row level security on in Power BI Desktop? There are multiple levels we can secure in the basically there are different ways we can apply the security. So we want to restrict the data on data set level. So row level security is the key role to applying security on data row level. For example, sales manager is the manager in the United States should only see data for United States, not Europe. Manager in Europe won't be able to see sales in Australia or UK, United States. And someone from the board of directors can see everything. The reason was that row level security was not part of the Power BI model. So now in the version of Power BI Desktop, the security configuration is part of the model and will be deployed within the model. So the prerequisite is like so first of all we need some kind of sample data. Like the prerequisite is what kind of data we can able to create a row level security. For example, we have like country required here, and what are the sales we want, like what not only sales we want to see, whatever the data we can see for that country level. So at least here the country name is required, we want to create this kind of things. So I have chosen two tables. So dim sales territory and fact internet sales. So I have created a sample report, United Sales or Canada France. Okay. So creating roles, how to create the roles. So first we have to create a role. So just now we have discussed, right? Australia, Canada sales. So we have to give here, and also you can type as through DAX as well as. So how to test the role? View as a role, and Australia salesperson, he can able to only see the Australia sales only. So if we select both like Australia and Canada, so we can able to see Canada and Australia sales. So how to once the report is deployed into the Power BI service, so directly go to the security. So this is data set level. Go to the security and see here data set, not report. We have two types of, right, report and data sets. Go to the data set and security. Just click as we can see the roles. Okay, and also for this role, how many users we want, we can add it. Okay, so that is the for row level security, and I can say static row level security. So we can talk about dynamic row level security. Why do a dynamic row level security is required? The most important question is why dynamic row level security. To answer this question, you must consider the limitation for static row level security. What is that static row level security limitation is? So to implement for example, we have thousand of roles are there. We would be create those thousand roles. In order to that, we want, so what I'm trying to here explain is, so go to paint. So for example, here, so let us assume we have let us assume 1,000 roles are there. We want to create each one. So each one they have one role. Okay. So like that, each one we want to create one role like that. So this is looks like we have like around like thousand roles are there. Okay. So very bit difficult to create this 1,000 roles. So in order to that, so we want to dynamically to implement. For example, the user login as, so for example, I am login into Power BI service. So I am part of, I have only related for my country is India. Let us assume so. So I whenever I login as a my with my account, so then we will automatically show only for India sales only. So that's how we can create as a dynamically. So in that case, no need to create static roles like Australia sales or Australia sales or Canada sales, France sales. Like no need to create automatically based on the user. We can identify it. Okay. So how we can identify it? Identify is easily. So for example, so we'll create a sample data in the Excel. Okay. Or else dynamic or else. So what are the fields required? We'll create ID, name, email. So ID, name, email. So ID one. So we Rohit next something. Okay. What else there? How many there in the class? Doesn't. That's fine. So email is like for example, I want to create email is what is the my email ID? Mhm. Okay. So let's create one more report. So get data. So our source is Excel. So Power BI. Go to Power BI nodes. We have loaded sample data here. Now data is loaded. So ID, name, email. So 3 columns are created. So go to format printer and apply here. Remove this is on. So what we are doing is I have taken this report copy and paste here. So anyway, it is failed because so these columns are not, this data model is not here, right? Whatever the table, whatever the columns we have taken here. So just click here, format painter and apply here. So automatically will apply. Okay. So what we can do is here we can sum of ID. So that is it can give us, don't summarize. So give the order by. Okay. Now looks good. Okay. So here first of all we have for the dynamic role. So which based on the user. So for example, based on the user here. So based on the user, it will automatically enable the security. So how to identify this user? So here email ID, based on the email ID. So how we can get it? Email ID automatically. So right click, new measure. So I want to create two measures. So user name, user name. So this is one. Right click, new measure. So this is predefined functions. So username and principal name, principal name. So username it will give like
సార్ ఫస్ట్ మేజర్ వచ్చేసి నేమ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు యూజర్ నేమ్ తీసుకున్నారు. ఓకే ఓకే సార్, అర్థమైంది.
username equal to username, user principal name equal to user principal.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు దాకా నేమ్ చేంజ్ చేయలేదు సార్ అది.
Change చేసాం. Okay. So drag and drop. First of all, we want to check here. So give as a static. So let's see here how it is. So reduce the size. Select values. Reduce the size as 20. this is username. Who is the username for this system? So Control V. So again, drag and drop here. So principal name. So here, if you see here, username and principal name in the desktop level, it is showing as same. In the Power BI service, so DRLS, dynamic row level security. Just deploy this report. So what it will be written? It will be written username. So username function, it will be written. So username. Okay. But user principal name is nothing but at the rate, like a login name, at the rate company name, it will be displayed. But it will work in the desktop level. Both will written as same. But in the Power BI service level, exactly it will give right correct values. So now I'm going to deploy this report into Power BI service. So let's see now that functionality. So username and principal name. Principal name is nothing but to at the rate email.com. So username at the rate, like simply I can say email. So here both is working as different. That's fine. So now based on this user, we want to filter this data. Okay. So let's see. Similarly, same how we can create row level security. Go to the modeling and create the roles here. So first of all, create role as user. So user. So what is the table name here, and filter the data. Click new email equals to. So here you can write as user principal or name. Okay. User principal name. So save it. We have to write this one. So email equal to user. So syntax is correct. Okay, save it. Okay. So now view as a test role user, and click OK. So again deploy. Give me 1 second.
సార్ అక్కడ మీరు యూజర్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ నేమ్ మన ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్.
Add username here. ఎనివే మంది అది ఆ నేమ్ లేదు కాబట్టి వర్కౌట్ కాదు. ఇక్కడ ఉందా? సారీ. సో మేనేజ్ రోల్ షో ఈమెయిల్. ఓకే. సో ఈమెయిల్ వచ్చేసి మనకి ఎనీవే దట్స్ ఫైన్. సో లెట్స్ see. So we cannot able to directly check here because that username, those kind of things is not there. We can publish in the Power BI service, we can verify. Again apply, or less this time 4 reports will come. Starting and go to the semantic model after the security. So now user, but here user we want to add. So what are the users we want to add for this here? So here you can directly So you can directly add it to user. So right click, add it now. So how we want to test as, see here, now the data is filtered out only for that user. Okay, that's how it will work. And that this is dynamically. So no, for example, if you log in as so let's say login as the same this company, it is not there, but I will try to give the Excel, right? Those those users are not just right. So this user I have added, but the thing is, for example, I will take okay, so this user, it is not there within the organization. That's why one or more email address could not be validated. So if the real owners real in the real scenario, so we can add it like users or AD group. AD group means a list of users can add into one group, so that directly you can add that AD group. Just tomorrow, like if you someone you want to remove or someone to add AD group, so it is easy for them. So AD group who will create? So simply that is Office 365 level. So for that will there is a team IT support. There is a team, they will create it AD groups. So, but in this case, what how to identify those users? Those users will give by business. So for this report, they want to access they are only for specified people, so that they will give a number of the users. Accordingly, we will create one incident, and as part of that incident, uh, we will we want to create a AD group, so that directly you can provide that AD group here, or you can add personally all the users, so that they can like eligible, they can able to see the further as for the security, they can able to see if the user is not there, they want to trying to here. So see, cancel it. So user, select person, I'm selecting here, so apply. So this user is not found. Real thing is, this user is not exist. So that's how dynamic row level security works. Let's go for the detailed document. So first of all, we have sample data. So ID, name, email. So by using that data, like so, and also we can add as one sales transaction related sample data. So here, this main reason for visualization to simply show the each user will see only their data rows from all tables. I also add some measures like principal's name and username. Both are will return same values. Like say user principal name. So it is whenever you log in, it will work as Power BI. In the desktop level, we are showing domain name slash username. So this is called as domain name slash username. So in the Power BI service level, it will show the email ID. So how do we configure? I have explained. So in this example, so how to apply the row level? So this row level dynamic row level security. Go to the data set and apply here. So we want to add some users and directly, and also the last thing is we want to share this report. For example, I want to say this report. So RLS. So here we want to share either we can say report or we can share a data set as well as. So go to this.
సార్ ఇఫ్ యూ డౌన్ మైండ్ ఒకసారి నా కాడ నుంచి చెప్తారా సార్? నాకు కరెంట్ పోతే నేను మళ్ళీ లాగాను. ఇప్పుడే నా మెయిల్ ఐడి నుంచి చెప్పారు కదా సార్, ఆ నుంచి ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తారా? కరెంట్ పోతే నేను మళ్ళీ లాగినాను ఇప్పుడే.
Okay. Okay. So up to here fine, right? After deploying.
ఓకే, అప్పుడు నా మెయిల్ చెక్ చేసేంత వరకు ఓకే సార్.
Okay. So now what we can do is go to the dynamic row level security. So go to the semantic model. Just add for that employee. Add the employees. Okay. Okay. How many users we want to add it, or we can add here AD group. So AD group is nothing but to like we will add number of users into that AD group. Okay, active directory group. AD group means active directory group. So that let us assume we will add 10 users in the AD group level. So that AD group directly you can, if you type AD group, it will come out automatically. So now, and also you want to 10 users we want to add. So type it 10 users. So those users should be within the organization only. So then test as a role. So how to test as a role? So simply we can automatically, so select person, automatically it will come here. So we have created user. So by default, who is the login? Simply I am logging into the Power BI service. So the user is user principal name. So I am the only person, so I can able to see my data. సో రీసెంట్ గా నేను ఒక రిపోర్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను. అందులో ఒక ఏ ఏజెంట్ లాగిన్ అయితే ఆ ఏజెంట్ డేటా మాత్రమే చూసుకోగలని చెప్పాను కదా. సో అప్పుడు ఆ యూజర్ కి మాత్రమే డేటా, ఆ యూజర్ ది మాత్రమే వచ్చేస్తుంది. I can showcase you that as well as. Yeah. Any questions here?
బట్ దానికి దీనికి ఏం డిఫరెంట్ లేదే సార్.
ఓకే, డిఫరెంట్ లేదు. అక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ డైనమిక్ గా ఇచ్చేసినావు నీ యూజర్. ఇక్కడ ఏ యూజర్ లాగిన్ అయిండు, యూజర్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ నేము, యూజర్ నేమ్ డైనమిక్ గా లాగిన్ అయినా. అక్కడైతే స్టాటికే కదా. ఆస్ట్రేలియా రోల్ అంటే ఆస్ట్రేలియా రోల్, ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో ఎంతమంది యూజర్స్ ఉంటే అంతమంది యాడ్ చేసుకొని ఆస్ట్రేలియా రోల్ కింద ఎంతమంది ఉంటే అంత యూజర్స్ అన్ని చూసుకోవచ్చు. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే డైనమిక్ యూజర్ బేస్డ్ ఇది. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ లాగిన్, వెంకట్ లాగిన్ అయింది కాబట్టి వెంకట్ డేటా మాత్రమే చూసుకోగలడు. సో నువ్వు వెంకట్ అని ఇవ్వలేదు కదా అక్కడ. ఎక్కడ సెక్యూరిటీ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నువ్వు గో టు మోడలింగ్, ఇక్కడ రోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు సో యూ హ్యావ్ డిఫైన్డ్ యూజర్ నేమ్. ఇక్కడ ఫిక్స్డ్ ఏమి ఇవ్వలేదు కదా, స్టాటిక్ ఏమి లేదు కదా. సో వెంకట్ లైక్, సో వాట్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ you did not given like this, right?
Yes sir.
So dynamically it will get based on how to make it dynamic is username or user principal name. So by using those two keywords we can make it as a dynamic security. That's the similar concept. Understood?
Yes
So
sir.
sometimes, most of times, sometimes may use it for security, sometimes may not. But every report, it's not mandatory to create a row level security. So now we want to save this report. So here we want to add again. So only this user is there. Go to send. So you can save this report to for that users. So they will receive the notification. So I want to export this data. So how to export this data? So go to here, three dots, export data to, okay, here data with current layout. Whatever the layout is there, it will be exported. So if you see here in the Excel, the data is exported. No filters applied. If any filters applied, it will pop up. So this is the way export the report from Power BI service or any report level from Power BI service. So here file, save a copy. You want to save a copy. This one you can give another in the same workspace level. So you want to give another name, so you can give it. So file, download this file, so you can download directly. Manage permissions. So how you want to provide access for this one, like you want to give any users, like if you see here, we want to save this report for others. So you can, we have multiple options came here. So first option is allow recipients to save this report. So if you check box, if you uncheck, it won't. సో మనం షేర్ చేసే రిపోర్టు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ ఒక ఐడి షేర్ చేస్తున్నాం, లెట్ అజ్యూమ్ వెంకట్. సో ఇతడు వచ్చేసి మళ్ళీ ఇతను కూడా షేర్ చేయొచ్చా? నువ్వు ఇతనికి షేర్ చేసినావు, అతను మళ్ళీ ఇంకొకరికి షేర్ చేయొచ్చా? ఆప్షన్ ఇఫ్ యూ క్లిక్ హియర్, సో యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు షేర్ ఇట్ దిస్ రిపోర్ట్. సో అలో యూజర్స్ టు బిల్డ్ కాంటెంట్ విత్ ద డేటా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ రిపోర్ట్, ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే డేటా సెట్ కూడా. డేటా సెట్ ఏంటి, మనం ఒక రిపోర్ట్ డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తే రిపోర్టు డేటా సెట్ రెండు డిప్లాయ్ అవుతాయి. డేటా సెట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఆ డేటా సెట్ తో అతను ఇంకొక రిపోర్ట్ కూడా బిల్డ్ చేసుకునేటట్టు పర్మిషన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాం. సో అది ఆప్షన్. అది వద్దనుకుంటే అన్చెక్. యు వాంట్ గివ్ ఇట్ ఎస్, సెండ్ అండ్ ఈమెయిల్ నోటిఫికేషన్. సో ఓన్లీ ఈమెయిల్ నోటిఫికేషన్ వెళ్తుంది ఈ ఆప్షన్ కావాలంటే. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ requirement, you can give this option, grant access, so that you can directly, this report is shared to. So let me check any emails received. Okay, just now shared, right? Venkat B shared this Power BI report with you. So open this report. So directly share this report to, like, correct. Yeah, that's all from my side today class. Tomorrow I can explain how to create the dashboards. Okay. Any
Okay, sir.
questions? Any
No,
questions?
sir.
I will share this document as well as.
Okay, sir.
Ravi, Shanti, Anil, any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. మీకు కావాలంటే యా. Yeah, that's all from my side. So I will add. Okay. Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.